I once read a quote by you that you would rather live in a film and watch the reality from the other side of the screen. Is the immersive experience of 3D a way of providing this for the viewer? And what are advantages of 3D in your opinion?
I think so, but I will still say it's early to tell. It looks like they are with this movie, at least a lot of people. 3D is a cinematic language that is not established yet. So I kind of use it more conservatively, just as a transition. But I see it's working. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was doing when I was out there making the movie. I was guessing. I try to be very careful. I try to use a lot of guessing, imagination, make equation what that be relating to movies, and also I can trust my eyes, how I feel according to what I saw. And also learn that I cannot trust my eyes because your eyes keep making adjustment as it's happening. So it's very confusing. I think it's going to take a while before we know the answer.
And Life of Pi seems to be a film about the storytelling and religion at the same time. How do these two themes connect, in your opinion?
Well, I think religion is the establishment, the first act in the movie. When Pi is stripped of all the religions and society and his family, everything that comforts him, he's facing God, which is not exactly religion in the book, in this movie. So he's going through the ultimate test. How do you deal with that abstract idea of God? How do you make the emotional connection to the unknown? How do you survive nature? How do you survive your sanity? What is the deepest mystery of yourself? What is the biggest mystery if God is the deity that created all this? Why? So I think that's the abstract aspect is what the movie really, what Pi really go through. It's like the irrational numbers just going on and on and on, but in some way the movie give a circle, give a formality so you can see it and examine it.
Many of your films are based on books, in one case even a comic book. Do you sometimes feel intimidated by expectations of the authors, if they're still alive, or audience?
If the book and the author is famous, yes. If it's not, not so much. Yeah, each time a famous author or a beloved book that you get your hands on, there's ownership, not from the author necessarily to the book, but the ownership the readers play in their head, how the book, which is varies. That can be very intimidating and confusing. Because people, especially a book like this, it's a strange book that provokes a lot of strange thoughts, and they're all varies. How do you cope with that? I have to be honest with myself, my take on it. I hope it's not too far from the common sense. And then I have to, make the movie stand on its own in cinematic terms. You cannot second guess yourself. You cannot try to please the crowd.
How did you approach working with Suraj, since he didn't have any acting experience prior to working on this movie?
We, of course, on-job training. Train him to swim, train him to deal with this and that. And I personally train him to be an actor, have him take yoga lessons. That's a speedy way to condition him into a vehicle performance. And I gave him personal acting lessons. That said, I think the most important thing is condition him to be Pi, prepare him to be Pi. Every shooting day is a learning day for him and for us, and we're photographing him in order. So gradually, he adapts to the sea world. He knows what to do with the tiger, even that's just the imaginary tiger. And eventually, he has to look spiritual. He has to lose weight on the way. I think that's in some ways acting in the purest form. He's an incredible talent, and he can carry weight. We got lucky with this kid.
As a very diverse filmmaker, do you have any other genre or theme that you haven't explored yet and would like to?
No, I don't have a checklist. It's just I realize I'm an avid filmmaker. I have a lot of curiosities. Normally, after for the first 3-4 movies, I choose whatever that hooked me emotionally, but at the same time very different from what I know, so I can explore, I can take the adventure to the specific culture, material, and places, especially different type of filmmakers. I learned so much about filmmaking, about life, from experiencing the things I mentioned. Each time I found myself want to make leaps. But of course, emotionally I have to connect to it. That's universal.